Sugata Mitra Bengali, AA Section A, AAAAA Section A Kilometre is Professor of Educational Technology at the School of Education, Communication and Language Sciences at Newcastle University, England. He is best known for his hole-in-the-wall experiment, and widely cited in works on literacy and education. He is Chief Scientist, Emeritus, at NIIT. He is also the winner of the TED Prize 2013. Mitra has been described as a polymath by the University of London, as his 30 years of research spans a wide range of disciplines. Background: Mitra was born in a Bengali family in Calcutta, India on February 12, 1952. Early scientific work, starting with molecular orbital computation in the 1970s, Mitra discovered that the structure of organic molecules determine their function more than the constituent atoms. After earning a PhD in solid-state physics from the Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi, he went on to research energy storage systems first at the Centre for Energy Studies in the IIT, and later at the Technische Universität Courency, Vienna. This resulted in a new design for zinc-chlorine batteries that is now in use by the military USA. His interests in the flow of electricity through biological systems, a consequence of his PhD research on exciton dissociation in organic semiconductors, led on to a seminally speculative paper on why the human sense organs are located where they are, 141 Australia. His interest in computer networking led him towards the emerging systems in printing in the 1980s. He set up India's first local area network-based newspaper publishing system in 1984 and went on to predict the desktop publishing industry. This in turn led to the invention of LAN-based database publishing, and he created the Yellow Pages industry in India and Bangladesh. Education and cognitive science studies: Mitra is a leading proponent of minimally invasive education. He has a PhD in physics and is credited with more than 25 inventions in the area of cognitive science and education technology. He was conferred the prestigious Sugata Award for Innovation in Information Technology in the year 2005. In September 2012, Mitra won the Leonardo European Corporate Learning Award in the Crossing Border category. His interest in the human mind once again led him into the areas of learning and memory, and he was amongst the first in the world to show that simulated neural networks can help decipher the mechanisms of Alzheimer's disease. He was among the first people to invent voluntary perception recording, and a hyperlinked computing environment, several years ahead of the Internet. Mitra's work at NIIT created the first curricula and pedagogy for that organization, followed by years of research on learning styles, learning devices, several of them now patented, multimedia and new methods of learning. Since the 1970s, Professor Mitra's publications and work has resulted in training and development of perhaps 1 million young Indians, amongst them some of the poorest children in the world. Some of this work culminated in an interest in early literacy, and the hole-in-the-wall experiments. TED Talk: On May 3, 2013, Mitra's TED Talk Build a School in the Cloud was featured in NPR's TED Radio Hour on Unstoppable Learning. In the program, Mitra discusses the hole-in-the-wall experiment. Mitra discovers that children in the rural slums of India are capable of teaching themselves everything from character mapping to DNA replication all on their own. Mitra discusses a world of unstoppable learning through the creation of a worldwide cloud where children pool their knowledge and resources in the absence of adult supervision to create a world of self-promoted learning. Hole-in-the-Wall: In 1999, the hole-in-the-wall experiments in children's learning was first conducted. In the initial experiment, a computer was placed in a kiosk in a wall in a slum at Kakurji, Delhi, and children were allowed to use it freely. The experiment aimed at proving that children could be taught by computers very easily without any formal training. Mitra termed this minimally invasive education. The experiment has since been repeated in many places. HIW has more than 23 kiosks in rural India. In 2004 the experiment was carried out in Cambodia. This work demonstrated that groups of children, irrespective of who or where they are, can learn to use computers and the Internet on their own with public computers in open spaces such as roads and playgrounds, even without knowing English. Mitra's publication was judged the best open-access publication in the world for 2005 and he was awarded the Dwang Mitra Award for Innovation in IT that year. The hole-in-the-wall experiment left a mark on popular culture. Indian diplomat Vikas Sarut read about Mitra's experiment and was inspired to write his debut novel Q&A, which later became the movie Slumdog Millionaire. Evaluations and criticisms. Critics have questioned whether leaving computers in villages results in gains in math and other skills. According to Michael Trucano, no evidence of increases in these key skills has been found. Others see the idea as a recycling of what they see as a dumb hardware in schools, hope for magic to happen plan. The long-term sustainability of the kiosk system has been questioned because they can fall into disrepair and abandonment unless the resources typical of a school are provided. UK education researcher Donald Clark has accumulated significant support indicating that the typical fate of a site is abuse and abandonment, unless it is inside a sanctuary such as a school. Moreover, he argues that the computers are dominated by bigger boys, excluding girls and younger students, and mostly used for entertainment. 12-year-old Paloma Noyola Bueno, who lives in a Mexico slum, topped the All-Mexico Maths exam after her school teacher, Sergio Juarez Carri, implemented Mitra's revolutionary teaching method in the classroom. Perhaps more importantly, her class went from 0 to 63% in the excellent category on the maths exam while failing scores went from 45% down to 7%. Her class also posted major improvements on other parts of the test. References. External links, Hole in the Wall official website, The Hole in the Wall, a documentary about the experiment, press release about Dwang Mitra Award, HIW, Kids Learn Computer by Themselves. An interview with Dr. Mitra published in a Hindi webzine. Personal profile at Newcastle University, wiki reference during TED Talks, live conversation with the professor at wiziq.com. Izik is a popular educational website equipped with state-of-art virtual classroom. Should we replace old with new? A response to Sugata Mitra, Davis, Joshua. How a radical new teaching method could unleash a generation of geniuses. Wired Business. Wired.com. Retrieved October 20, 2013.